Well, hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for what's going to be a transfer-ish update show. It was up till literally 2 hours ago. It was going to be a very positive chat about the transfers, but no, Arsenal don't even have to play games now to fuck my weekend over and fuck everyone else's weekend over. And the reason it's fucked my weekend over because now my phone is going mad. Because everyone else on social media bought into the PR bollocks after the fucking scandal of the European Football League. Everyone, by the looks of it, bought into the PR bollocks of big summer ahead. We've got big plans. Spend. We're going to spend big. Yeah. To update you, we've now just been done by Aston Villa for a player they've only just gone in for. A player that literally we've been chasing for 12 fucking months. Yeah. And they've only just come in, made an offer. Their first offer as well, made it. It's been accepted. Around £35 million off. The bid has been agreed to be, plus add-ons. And there's also conflicting reports going around that after the first bid, we've made a bid, we didn't make a second bid. There's other places saying no bid's been made by Arsenal. There's other places saying that a second bid did go in at the same offer, right at the £40 million. But we're just fucking doing what we always do at Arsenal and dragging our fucking knuckles and going, we're a big club. We can do what we want. You're our pebble, basically. The player wants to come to us. And to the point now, he's on the verge of having a medical to join us in Villa. And in the next 24 hours, we are going to have it confirmed that he has joined Aston Villa over the Arsenal. Trust the process, though. To all you fools that believed it, this ain't on you, but I have no sympathy for you. You have no right to complain because you brought it yet again. 11 years of war chest this, war chest that, and this summer, different wording, but the same outcome in the sense of we've got big plans, we're going to spend big. We can't even get a player over the line. From with all due respect, Norwich, who've only just come up from the Premier League again. What does that tell you? That's our plan B or C. I mean, our was plan A. Udegaard was plan B. So Buendia was plan C. What's there? That's three options. I'll take as top three for that position that you wanted. None of them we've got. One we had on loan, but he's now gone back to Madrid. It looks like he could have stayed in there, and Ancelotti's now gone there and saying all the right things. Where do we go? What the fuck do we do? Big up to everyone in the chat, by the way. I was here before even I went live as well. Yeah, just fucking don't get me started. We've got a comment over again. I don't know who this is. So if you're commenting from Facebook, put your name at the end, son. I can then give you a proper shout out because obviously streaming on Facebook it doesn't come up with your name. But it says, mate, not good, mate. But going to Villa gets even worse for Arsenal. It's just a start. The transfer window is not even officially open, and this is just the start. I hate doing it, but you know what? I told you so. I said it was all bollocks. When they all were talking about fucking Josh and that fucking fan form and talking about we're going to go big, I called it out there and then. But what did you all do? There's two processes that form. First one, protest number 2. It's not the right time. We need to get behind the players and the manager for the game. Look how that panned out. Offer number 3. It's raining. I'll get wet. I can't go. And now here we are. And I don't expect anything to come. I honestly don't now expect anything to come news-wise of Daniel Ek because Henri, in his infinite wisdom, part of this consortium, has decided to rejoined forces with Roberto Martinez again for Belgium for this Euros. I went to a brick fucking wall, and yet you got people again. Other news, we're meant to believe that we're trying to get Luis Campos, formerly of Monaco and Lille, basically a football director. We're going to work in Vandy, but it's the same. The same old what Edu's basically got at Arsenal at the moment. But people honestly believe that we're trying to convince this guy. How can we convince him? When we look at the other teams he could have. In for Buendia. It's known now. We've made bits. We've been chasing the guy for 12 months. He's been on the club radar. He's been ran down our throat for 12 months after Partey. Obviously, Partey and Aouar. He was a name out there, and it got really rammed home in January, basically, the window there, really rammed home to the point it was meant to be done back then and never did get done. We ended up with Odegaard. But this time round, we've made a bid. We've actually made a bid to him. We went in for second bid, actually, 35 plus add-ons that would have rose to 40 million. And we still fuck it up. Yet, if we don't make a offer of 35 million plus add-ons in it, that's been accepted. So you got to ask the question: how is it that both clubs can put forward an offer that's in the sense of the price and add-ons and all that, but one's more attractive than the other? That's what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to. Villa financially they made the same offer, but obviously bonuses and add-ons would have been more attractive to Norwich. And that's what it comes down to. Now we're literally on our plan D. This is the thing. We can say that we're not really in. We're not really in for Buendia. It was all rumours. It's nothing really in it. But you're physically seeing it around other folks on months on end over nearly a year. And in terms of that position, the only players we've been linked with in that position are Aouar and Odegaard. Odegaard, as I said, it looks like he's going back. He's going to stay at Madrid now because obviously Ancelotti is saying all the right things to him, this, that, and the other. Even though he slagged him off in the past, but he might want to forfeit, leave him to it. And Aouar, Aouar's not pulled up trees for me. I've been watching dipping in and out of League on this season, Leon. He hasn't pulled up any trees for me. He doesn't convince me him coming to us to be a move in the right direction. The fact that his price has dropped dramatically from last summer says it all. Oh dear, big up Stan as well. Stan says in the chat, Mikel and Edu couldn't sell the project to a championship player. Exactly. That says it all. You could last year, this could have been done last year, based on its it's a fresh new project. Didn't have Arteta didn't have a full season behind him, so no one knew what was going to come. Now he's had a full season. With lots of Buendia, I've been thinking like, well, we've got no European football. I'm going to a couple of no European football. It's just fallen out of it completely now, and the football isn't great. Why would I want to go there? I can go to someone like Aston Villa who are actually going on the up and showing signs of that. The fucking irony behind all this as well, we fucking kept Aston Villa in the league when we let them win the game for the end of the season, and a couple of weeks before they played the FA Cup in the end of last summer. Basically, we let them win 1-0. That kept them up basically, along with the goals goal and all that crap, or non-goal anyway. But them 3 points kept them up. We then strengthened them by giving them our best keeper at the time, And then they've done us out of a player that we've been chasing for a fucking year. Oh my god, I'm not surprised. I'm laughing because I'm not surprised. And I'm not raging. I'm not like, oh, but I don't know what to feel because you know what? I don't believe the PR bollocks of we're gonna spend big plans. This trust the process. That it's like, why? I've watched Dross for the last 9-10 months. I just want to bang with a fucking rock wall because there's still people out there showing blind faith in these people, and I want to know why. How can you show such blind faith in someone like the Cronkies, like Edu, like McCann, when they've done nothing to? They've genuinely, the Cronkies in 11 years have genuinely done nothing to justify the backing at this point. Nothing. Period. Oh, but they spent money. No, it's our fucking money. They take money at the club for fucking consultant fees and that bollocks, or building a fucking ranch. But literally, when it comes to us Arsenal spending, it's what we have. Wenger said it 4 years ago. I think when in the summer when Sanchez was on the verge of going to the City, he was told by Stan there and then, yeah, you can bring in people. You can bring want Lamar. Yeah, you can bring him in. I'm not going to help you fund it, but you can bring him in. But you have to sell players to get the funds going and get funds for that basically via selling players. That was then under Wenger. So why the fuck would he now suddenly back a novice and throw his own money towards a novice manager? Stan says, so we won't pay 35 million for Buendia, but we'll happily pay 35 million across 3 years for Willian. And even he doesn't want to be here now. Oh, I don't want to laugh or fucking cry. Oh dear. John saying Arsenal to pay his fee doesn't surprise me. Alwa is a fair weather player when things are going well. He's good, but when things are bad, he disappears yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've since the last summer, like the last window closed last summer, I've kept an eye on Alwa and how things was going over in Liga and all that for him. That's what I'm saying. He's done nothing in my eyes for me to say, you know what, go and get him. He's the man. He will take us to that next level. He'll push us towards the right direction in that position. Absolutely fuck all. But hey, trust the process. Maybe at the end of the day. Urban Way would rather play with Grealish than Xhaka and Elneny. Well, Xhaka's out the door apparently going to Roma, but I do get it. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's half our fucking team. I mean, literally, bar Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Saka. I'm trying to think now. Fucking that's like and Tierney. Who else is there that incoming player? I want to play alongside that player. I want to go places with that player at this new club. There isn't, apart from the players I've just mentioned. Most of our senior players are either fucking bang average or just completely shit. Got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the chat apparently. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying, cheer up. Right, I'm going to give you... No, thanks. I think things are bad enough. We don't need a cast off from your end, mate. You can keep him. Oh dear. We don't want players that can't even get to a Europa League final squad that lost to Villarreal. I mean, we lost. You lost. Oh, And thus saying not bothered. I'm not. The thing is, I'm not bothered in the fact of the player. I'm bothered in the fact that it's someone that we've been someone that is publicly known that we've chased for a year, and we've yet again sat on our hands and gone, we'll get over the line eventually, boys and girls. Try and go hills all summer like we did with Partey. It'll happen eventually. And that's Villa are swooping underneath and going, no, thank you, bye bye, done. They literally they came in one bid, boom, done. Boom. Next, they're literally about to confirm it in the next 24 hours, apparently, that he's officially moved to them. And then they're going to move on to the next target. We're here sat on our hands, basically. Exactly, Stan. Stan says a bit of here. He says it's not about whether you rate Buendia as a player. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but anyway. It's about not being able to compete with the likes of Villa. And Aston Villa, who also have no European football, like us. But the difference is this is the first time in 25 years. First time we've fallen out European football in 25 years. They haven't been in European football for God knows how long. They've done 25 years. And yet we can't compete with them on the transfer now, on the transfer market. Oh dear. Trust the process. In other news, moving swiftly on before I got repeating myself. We have been linked this week, obviously, with another goalkeeper from Ajax, Anua. I'm not going to try and pronounce his first name, but that's anyone that doesn't know, this is the goalkeeper that's infamously, as it stands, on a ban by UEFA for having illegal substances in his system when he had failed a drugs test, and it turns out the substance was basically from his partner's medication that when he was ill, he accidentally mistook for his medication. And took that, and that's why it flagged up like it did, this, that, and the other. It's a genuine mistake, blah, blah, blah. He's had his hearing on Saturday. I think it was Wednesday, wasn't it? Tuesday it came out. So Wednesday there was a hearing. And I waited to hear back, basically, and see what happens. And depending on the outcome of his appeal, if it gets basically lessened, overturned, and he can start training with his teammates and playing football again as of immediate effect. Apparently, rumours are we're going to be paying around €9 million for him. And if it fails, and he has to see out the rest of his ban until next February, we'll be making an offer of €2 million, and it's all apparently personal terms are done. Apparently, it's all apparently rumours. Oh dear. Arsenal are not ruthless, but actually are toothless. But you know what? Yes, I guess. Yes. Noah has got mistakes in him as a goalkeeper. Almost all keepers have mistakes, but you know what? For what Arteta, it seems to me he wanted to do as well, play out from the back. This playing out from the back, all these modern managers want to do. And Noah is more comfortable playing out from the back. And when he makes mistakes, he doesn't hide behind it. He owns it. I mean, I've seen clips all over social media the last few days, after the Champions League game in particular, where he's like, no, I'm hired. My employment is to keep the ball out of the net and not make mistakes. And actually going so far to say it's my fault my team lost. He owns it. He leads by example. Whereas none of us is hide behind everyone. And he doesn't own it ever and put his hands up publicly and go, you know what, it's my fault. And also there was a couple of years younger than Leno as well, so got that to take into consideration as well. We need to act now and don't let Leno run down his contract. Get him out of the club. If Leno's available and they believe he's a better option than what we've got at the moment, what choice have we got to do but go with it and see what happens? But you know what? From what I've seen of him at Ajax, apart from the odd mistake here and there, but again, like I said, all keepers make their mistakes, even the best of the best. He's still an improvement on what we got as a number one. There's also rumours that any day now we're gonna bring Matt Ryan back, even though he was put out on the list of departures from the club during the week when they confirmed who was leaving, this, that, and the other. But obviously his contract is up at or will be up at the start of next month. At the 1st of July, he'll be a free agent, and that's when we will go. He's back on a 3-4 year deal. Just the process. Don't get me wrong, I do rate Matt Ryan over what we have option-wise. He's a better goalkeeper, in my opinion, what we've got at the moment. He's not a bad backup. Forget Noah as well, and that goes, and obviously his suspension gets lessened. You've got a Noah and Matt Ryan. And also, Matt Ryan, he's Premier League proven, so he can also help a Noah settle in and just ease him in, sort of thing. Oh dear, got Ollie's back in the chat, guys. Trust in the 10-year process at the club. If you give them time to rebuild, they could achieve Europa. Cheeky fucker. Oh, cheeky fucker. Mate, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Do smash that like button and share it around the same time Man United hierarchy and drag the numbers up in the sub side of things. Yeah. 10-year fucking ban, cheeky bastard. No one in their right mind would do that. Again, saying that, we've got an owner that would do that, so we've got an owner that literally hires some on novice. Because after half a season, we finished 8th. It's only half a season, we'll give them a full season. Give them the full season, we win. The cup we do win. The previous season, we throw that away like a piece of shit, basically the bottom of a fucking shoe. But all the quarterfinal against Man City, when Man City at that time were there to be beaten, and the Europa League semi-final, we bottled it. All we had to do is win, and we don't even try. And we finished 8th. No, sorry, did we finish in the end? 7th. 7th? No, 8th. Sorry, 8th. Finished 7th. We actually been in Europe, for fuck's sake. So we finished 8th, and that's after a full season. And he is still, as we speak, a hired manager at Arsenal. If that doesn't show you the mentality of the ownership and the acceptance of this bullshit, nothing ever will. And again, to everyone that went out their way not to go to the process number 2 and number 3, because it was number 2, because we need to get behind the players for the second leg is not the right time. When is the right fucking time? And then the third time of asking, it's raining, I might get a bit wet, can't do it, sorry. You re-put your sow. Mark saying, I can't believe some Arsenal fans think that because Villa are buying Buendia, we're going to buy. Fuck. If that was oh my God, give me strength. Surely in that mindset, Grealish would be a higher priority to get at Arsenal than fucking Buendia then. So why the fuck are we going after Buendia in the first place? Oh, this is our fan base again, Mark. There's people, not all our fan base. There's a part of our fan base that believe that. Again, and I ask the question: why would he? Why would he? If look, for example, if Stanley and Joshua had proved me wrong, and half hour after the Brighton game, after falling out of Europe completely for the first time in 25 years, had bit the bullet and fired Arteta, and they by now had hired a better manager, a Conte or something like that, or whatever, Conte, Benitez or whatever, The argument is there's a reason behind why Grealish would possibly be convinced to come to someone like Arsenal. In the predicament we're in, that could be sort of our leverage that we are looking at. We had a bad season. We've dealt with we're hoping we dealt with the situation. We want you to be part of the new process the new project going forward. We think you'll be massive for us. We can turn a corner now, especially with our new manager, be it Conte or whatever. Again, Tottenham, haha, thank you for the bounce there. And that's your selling point, basically. That it's a one really bad full season in the sense of under our previous manager. You got a year and a half. It hasn't worked. We've got bit the bullet. It's gone. We've got someone even better in now. Who sees you as the main man of the team. That's how you said it, but nope. How can you sell in the current predicament that we're in with Mikel as our manager, Edu as the technical director as it stands? How can you honestly believe Jack, with all the ambition he has, and he's got ambition, he's not getting around it, would want to leave Aston Villa to come to his team or club, that is pretty much, if not on the same level, just behind where his current team is in terms of going that way, going upwards. We're going, the Villa going. So yeah, I don't. And why would he? The guy has clear ambitions to be the best in his field, winning trophies. This under this current regime, under the ownership and manager of this club, we don't have that ambition. Far gone 17, 16 years ago when we did have ambition to win trophies and compete. I don't know what to say to you guys, because I want to say I told you so, because I called it. I told you it was all the big plans and the big spending summer was all PR bollocks for you to go and spend money on new kits and spend money on fucking the season tickets and memberships when they come up. And then here we are. I mean, as I said, apart from the three names I've mentioned going back to the Buendia thing, apart from him and two other players I mentioned in that position, who else have we been linked to in that position that would actually push us forward? And do not say Jack Grealish, or I'll come over and smack you. Well, you know what they say: win, lose, or draw, support your team and keep paying top dollar and go to watch them. Win, lose, or draw, support your team. I get that, but I'm not. No. I'm not spending top dollar, as you say, to go watch my team be crap. I'll support them in other ways, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to break my neck. That's the thing. I'm now not in the mood to talk Arsenal. Not looking forward to the new season, the new fixtures, this, that, and the other. Because, the club don't give me a reason to be pumped for the new season and what, it's only a one-off, it'll be different next season, this, that, the other. Because they don't act, they just sit on their fucking hands. And I'm seriously concerned that now Henry's, as I said before, Henry's gone to team up with Roberto Martinez and the Belgian team for this Euros. Try and rectify what happened before, and they fucked up. I think was it the World Cup? No, I'm trying to think now. The Euros, wasn't it? He was there and he fucked off after the Euros, wasn't it? Yeah, in France. So he's trying to come back to rectify this thing. So even though you got Henry, Bergkamp and Vieira still in the seat, like doing part of the consortium, there's not much I can. I mean, what can Daniel Ek do? Knowing that out of the 3 players he's got on that consortium, that publicly wise, only one of them's really out there and will fucking spill the beans, and he can't exactly trust. I don't know. He can't really put that message across to Henry when he's part of a fucking. He's not even a pundit. He was meant to be a pundit on BBC. They're pissed off with him. I guarantee you, because he was meant to be a pundit from there. Last minute, he's gone. Yeah, I'm going back to Belgium for the fucking summer. Not physically to Belgium, but as in helping the team out. So I'm just like banging a bit of a brick wall, you know. Going around. Exactly, Toby. Exactly. Oh dear. Arsenal need to sell the Emirates to sign big name players. Laugh out loud. It's nothing to do with the Emirates. I mean, it's all down to the ownership. Pure and simply. As I've said it time and time again. Look at Chelsea, for example, as we all hate to say it, but look at them. Roman comes in, the oligarch, from day one. Day one. He literally goes, I'm suffering no fools. Went to Buendia, you got a season. If not, you're out the door. He had the season. He has been going actions constantly to his job. He obviously didn't win the league. He came second, and he then got to a semi-final, but obviously got sacked. And Mourinho comes in the following season, they win the league. The second they dropped, the level dropped, and Mourinho's third season there, the first time round, gone. Evan Grant was brought in for the rest of the season. Evan Grant got into a Champions League final, second in the league that season. 2 points off the title in the end, and literally a penalty kick from John Terry away from winning the Champions League, and gone within 24 hours of that. And again, that's the mentality. It's a mentality thing. The owners, the main man at the top of the tree of any club, that mentality stems through the entire club or woman. And in our case, we've got a man in our esteemed position as a custodian of the club, apparently, who infamously said numerous times, is out there, black and white. I did not buy Arsenal shares or buy Arsenal to win trophies. And now you're all shocked that now he's the majority, he's the owner of the club, the full owner. You're all shocked that we're in this position. Are we actually for real when you're saying things like that? I'm just sick of it. This is why we do need a new owner. He does need to fuck off. This is why then protests. I don't care what anyone says. The Europa League semi-final second leg and the Brighton game were the only opportunities we had left to make our voices heard and make it abundantly clear enough was enough. We'd had enough. But all we did, especially the third one, when the fucking knobhead's son was there with Vin Iron. He's fucking the club's lawyer. Fucking knew it, for fuck's sake. So they've turned up thinking big numbers to turn up, and there's only a few people complaining. What's everyone moaning about? Again, you wonder why we are where we are. You wonder why they won't sell. I mean, people saying that. Toby saying in the chat, Daniel Ek's efforts won't bear any fruit because Cronky won't sell because, as far as he's concerned, and Josh now concerned, there's no problem with the fan base. The fan base are happy with him and hunky dory, holding hands down the fucking road. It's going to be another long season for us next season. I guarantee it, because we can't get Plan A in the position of fucking the attacking midfielder we want. Couldn't get B. Can't get C now. He's gone to Villa. So we're on our fourth choice. We're going to our fourth choice now. Or we're going to go running back to Plan B in Odegaard and try begging him to come back on loan at least. Arsenal begging someone to come back. You know what? Let's go one better and fucking beg Dennis Tobias to come back for a third year. May as well. That's the standard of the club. The player that he is. That's our club standard. I mean, look at the fucking manager. That's the real standard of the club. Fucking mediocrity, novice. And the people are saying, "Oh, you'll get." I think the people said it this time last year. Oh, I'll get to December. If he ain't pulling up trees, he'll be gone. We're still here, and he's still there. And now the same words are getting used again. What people are still backing this guy? It's like, oh, he'll get till November, December. If things haven't started off well, he'll be gone. No, he won't. Fans there or not, he will still be in the fucking job this time next year. We are now a fucking football club with players on big European wages with no European football coming in. No revenue from European football either. For the first time in 25 years. This guy's Stan Kroenke's running this club into the ground and putting us in debt, for fuck's sake. He's putting the club's name into bank loan as collateral to fund the funding of the LA Rams Stadium and things like that. He's more interested in that. Of all the franchises he owns, that's the only thing he's really interested in. Well, both of them are, really. And our name is on a collateral form. If he fails to make payments, that bank would then obviously come after the club. And he'd use us as collateral. And he's, as I said, sometimes that's what it is. But yeah, and people think he actually gets to see that this summer things would actually change. In what universe was it going to change? Oh, because we haven't got European football for the first time in 25 years. He's going to really bend the knee now and go, you know what, guys, you were right all along. Here's my money. Spend it wisely. Fuck off. And this is another reason why I didn't want to do transfer shows this summer on this channel, because of this. Because everything's rumours. I'm not like Robbie and AFTV, who, by the way, I'm boycotting, and I've watched it in years, but in general now, the few interviews I do watch, I can't even watch them. I don't even want to watch them now because it obviously puts money into his pocket anyway. For what's going off there through Palestine. That just drives me mad. And he's been doing it. I think he's been doing it for what? How many years now? Every morning, sitting behind in front of a screen like this and going, "Welcome to the AFTV, the Transfer News Daily bollocks that talks about every Arsenal player that's linked to the fucking club, never fucking signs." I can't do that. It's not in me to do that because it's just me repeating myself. Like it's been Dwayne thing. I would have been doing it from day after the season ended. And that's all I would have been talking about is him constantly over and over and over, just for this to happen. I'd rather look in terms of transfers. When it's a done deal, I'll come back and do things like these transfer update bits and picks up shows, either an recorded thing and upload it to the channel or do it live. One of the reasons I'm doing this is sort of give a reaction and go, "Ha ha, I told you so," basically, to the people that actually back this idiot. We've got Apollo in the chat, by the way, the Rangers fan. Big up Apollo. He did mention, we've got Rangers this summer in the pre-season. I think the last time I'm actually looking forward to it because the last time we played in the pre-season was the Emirates Cup, and again, I think that was, I'm trying to think now, 2008. I think I've got tickets around. I've still got the tickets around somewhere. I think it's 2008, and we won 3-0. This is when Ramsey and Grealish were coming through and all that. I think they're 3-0 on the day. I'm trying to think who scored now. I think Wilshire scored one with a Rambo assist. Who scored the other two? I'm trying to think now. I can't remember who was there. Jesus Christ. It was our going into our season, our 20th anniversary of our what's the name? I think it might be Eduardo or something as well. I think Eduardo literally Eduardo scored in the first 2 minutes of the game up in front of the clock end, and I think Mike scored the second one. And then obviously Ramsey assisted Wilshire's goal in the second half. Go again. If Arsenal fans are upset with the way you are being treated, why not do what Celtic fans are doing and hold off on renewals? Because, mate, the reason I won't do it is because our fan base are fucking idiots. That's why. The reason I literally phoned up yesterday. Yesterday I phoned up the club itself and asked a simple question. Obviously, season ticket renewals and all that, and basically anyone that didn't pay it or paid a little bit but not fully, their fee they would have had to pay last year got frozen, it got rolled over to this summer, this, that, and the other. Does that apply to the members, like the junior gunners, red level, purple, silver, platinum, gold, all their members? And they couldn't give me an answer. But from the gist of the person talking to me, it doesn't look good. Yet they can't. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not even breaking my neck. I'm just asking the questions. What are the options for the members as well? You can't just look after one and not the other. And they can't even give me a straight answer, and I'm not exactly breaking my neck either way. Well, as I said earlier on, when Ollie popped in the first time, I can support, win, lose or draw. I will support my team as always, but I'm not going to be breaking my neck to buy the new kits, the new this, the new that. I mean, literally yesterday, me and my brother got emails, especially from the club, about the limited edition fucking trainers. They're like, the throwback to 71, And guess how much they'll be? 90 quid per person, pre-order now. But I'm not breaking my neck. Why should I? I personally, I've said from day dot, I'm quite happy to make the sacrifices needed to get this leech out of our club. But it's clear as anything, even now, there's a majority, I'm completely outnumbered because there's a majority of the fan base that are not willing to make the same sacrifice. And it is what it is. In the end of the day, I can't force, I'm not going to, and I can't either way, force anyone to go, you've got to give up this, you've got to give up that, you can't do this, you can't do that. They've got to come to that realization themselves and do it. But until they do that, and that the majority comes over to my mindset of my way of thinking, things will not change. There's no way you can force this guy out the club then, because you're still, for example, the 10,000 fucking idiots that went to the fucking Brighton game, a dead rubber game, for what reason? You've literally defeated the object. If you went to the fucking protest outside, any of you, and then went inside into the actual, onto the concourse, and then do your tests, like the COVID test, and into the stadium and all that, you've already fucking defeated the object. You've put money in his fucking pocket by asking for a fucking ticket for that game. Steve's in the chat. Big up Steve and big up Cheddars as well. Cheddars is a Liverpool fan. He said, I'm hoping to be in Glasgow that day. He's going to be in Glasgow that day and hoping to get tickets. If you get tickets, good on you. I hope you enjoy your day out, mate. There's also rumours that there's going to be a London Cup competition, pre-season competition thing between the London clubs, sort of a way for the government and the Premier League to do dummy runs, like test runs for home and away fans to be back in the stadium ahead of the new season. So we've got to play Tottenham at their place with away fans, home and away fans, obviously. Chelsea at Argath, and there's a third unnamed London club. Hasn't been announced yet. And also, amongst all that, we're going to Florida in the pandemic, by the way. Florida for the Florida Cup. pre-season, and then coming back on the Friday, I think now 4th of August. I'll check it out later when they actually confirm it officially, and then Sunday the 6th of August will be the dates for the Emirates Cup this year. The visa is going to be on a Friday again. It hasn't been confirmed. It's only rumours of Friday one. The date for Friday, the first date itself, because apparently the community shield is going to be on a Saturday this year, and they don't want people going in and around London, even though by then the whole lockdown is going to be out the window. Basically, everyone's back to normal. Apparently, but they don't want people fucking running around London. Apparently, from other respective clubs. So you wouldn't want they don't want Leicester fans coming from Leicester to London and mixing with multiple fucking Londoners or fans of other respective clubs around Europe, or in around London that day. But for me, the date for the Emirates Cup, the first date itself, the Friday, that the match day one, as we'll say it, doesn't make any sense because it's a Friday. I don't think it's a bank holiday. I have to double check. People will still be working. And again, Emirates Cup is all about it'll be a family thing. This, that, and the other. And the Saturdays and Sundays are the most realistic days that pre-season tournament has always been able to attract people to go with the kids and the kids and all that. By the way, I will not be breaking my neck for this, but yeah, the Friday one is just a bit weird because you have to put the whole point of the Emirates Cup is on both days. You play there's 2 games being played on both days. How the fuck are they doing it on a Friday? Because for that to happen, you'd have to start a game at what? I'm trying to think now. The first game would have to literally kick off at 5:30, and people are still only just leaving work by then as well. Plus, it's London traffic. And the second game would have to kick off just after 8ish. How the hell would that work? So until it's confirmed, I can't really go into it. But at the moment, the idea being put out there doesn't make no sense whatsoever. But again, they won't get. The thing is, today was a marker of what's to come this summer in terms of our transfer business. If we ever made significant, and I mean proper significant business dealings between now and then, they will struggle to even half fill that stadium for both days. And then it'll be the same issue match day. Well, the first game of the season at the Emirates and going forward, because people will be like, "Why do we?" But the thing is, the season ticket holders that won't go to the match day will be like, "Well, we're making a stand," but you can't make a stand because you've given your money to the Cant. It's Glasgow versus London Rangers versus Arsenal, Celtic versus West Ham. I have no idea what you're about. That's completely confused me now. The Emirates Cup been long time. They started doing it since Emirates was built. I remember they used to do the Amsterdam tournament. I love the Amsterdam tournament because obviously that was the Ajax's version of the Amsterdam the Emirates Cup. Sorry, their own version of it, and obviously we were the last winners of that as well. Before that's been, because that used to be a big thing in pre-season. If you took part in that, that's a big deal as a pre-season tournament. And Ajax used to. I remember for a while. For a long time, Ajax will always win it constantly, non-stop. No one else came near. And in the last 3 years of it being in existence, basically, Arsenal won it, United won it, and then Arsenal won it again. I think what got me is what year United won it. Why wasn't we invited back to defend it? Because we'd won it the year before, as I said, but we wasn't invited back to defend it. Obviously, United went on to win it, and then I think was it the 06. I'm trying to think now. 06, 07. I think I was going into the new season in the Emirates. That was the last summer of the Emirates tournament. I loved it again, and I'm trying to think now. Was it that? Was it the year before? It was either 0506 or 0607. Going into the 0506 or 0607 season was the last Amsterdam tournament. We won it. And then not the first season. No, it must have been the 0607 because the 0708. Going into the 0708 season was the first summer we launched the Emirates Cup. Obviously, along the way, there's been a few stopgaps along the way in the last couple of years because of obviously last year COVID. 2012 we had 2012. It got put on hold because they're doing London Olympics at the same time, and because obviously there's a football tournament in the Olympics, they couldn't actually get players teams their full-fledged players. They have it back in time, and the last Olympics as well. And yeah, and the last Emirates Cup was a bit bizarre because it was only one day for some reason. I don't get why. I still do not get why it was only on Sunday. It was a one-day event, and it was the first game was Arsenal women versus Bayern Munich women, and they lost 1-0. And then Arsenal men's team versus Lyon's men's team. Oh, we lost that 2-1. Moussa Dembele scored again. Something we've been linked with, rumoured-wise. I wouldn't mind him coming in. Having it be not a massive improvement from what we've got. And again, part of our fan base. I don't want him. He fainted in his first training season at Atletico. No, not good enough. Piss off. Fucking idiots. Also have Hibs Rangers. Good to see them. I think when this was announced, it did make sense until obviously in the last few days announced the Florida Cup bollocks. It did look like we're going to stick to staying close to home, basically on UK soil for our pre-season. But no, money. Have to get this team out to Florida and flog the club even more. Even though we're fucking shit, there's nothing really to flog by the fucking name. But it is what it is. What can we do? That's what I was saying, literally, the way things are going between, as I was saying before your comment came up, Steve, the previous comment, Steve, the way things are going in terms of transfer business, there's no significant improvement between now and that the first day of the Emirates Cup, be it the Friday, Saturday, whatever. The club will struggle to sell tickets for that. It will not be a sellout for the first time ever. This is coming from someone that's been to every Emirates Cup that's been held in pre-season. It's always been a sellout. First few years are fucking fantastic. I like the first few years actually because it was, especially in the final day, and we were on the final day we were the final game as well, and it was pretty much made out to, it was done in a way that it was like a normal game really, in the sense of it was obviously Arsenal at home, the Arsenal fan full out giving it large, and in the away section up by the down by the clock end, or up by the clock wherever you respectively sit, in that little quadrant, the away fan section would be the away fan section. There'll be a massive number of away fans in that section going mental. They would give a proper atmosphere, getting rid of it, niching and Arsenal. Again, after the first few years, that sort of died. Definitely, it's majority of the Arsenal fans just there, basically. And you'd get a few of the fans from the other respective clubs, don't get me wrong, getting in and all that. Into that away section, but not to the massive numbers it once was. And yeah, I mean, I say that the last Emirates Cup actually was a bit of a duller fan in the sense of it's full, yes, but it wasn't like it's full, but it wasn't like a really a massive, like, great atmosphere like you used to get, like I said. But again, you suddenly you announce it's a one-day thing, not over a whole weekend. You've not really got that same buzz. And obviously, COVID hit last summer, and they're touching wood at the moment, hoping it doesn't come back and bite them in the arse, and they can announce a Emirates Cup this year. But I said, given that if the fans are allowed in, there's tester events for this thing as well. They'll struggle. Whatever allocation they're allowed to bring in, they'll struggle massively, and it'll carry on, and it'll continue into the new season. It won't look good in the cup. I'll say that. There's always someone that lets us down and fucking goes there anyway. So it's what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm going to go off now and do my own thing and rest up for the rest of the evening and chill out. And as I said last night, I will be doing a watch along tomorrow for England's last warm-up game. My phone's gone dead. Last warm-up game against, I can't remember who it's against now, but basically a last warm-up game, but a week before they get their Euro 2020, 2021 campaign underway. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I will then literally, I've also, by the way, confirmed today with Mike the next quiz. Obviously, I did the quiz last night. Big congratulations to Liam on that. The next quiz is going to be on this Thursday at 7 p.m. and was literally now reached. Obviously, Liam's going to be coming back for that to defend his crown. And we're going to reach out to other people, the lead judges and all that, see who's available and bring them in as well. Get as many people on as possible as we can. And again, have a bit of a laugh and take our minds off of what's going on at this fucking club that we all fucking have that love for, basically. No matter what happens, we all have this love for the club and they abuse us for it. But some of us like to make a stand and will continue to make a stand and not put penny into that man's pocket. And yeah, until other people catch up and I'm not the minority, I'm not the one on my own. One person on my own doing it pretty much. If it makes sense. And until what my mindset isn't here comes Brownie. Until my mindset is not in the is into the majority of the fan base, things will not change. We're going to be in this same bollocks for the next how many fucking years? Florida is right with COVID. We've confirmed a 3-season tour in Florida. Trust the process. I will be also doing a Euro 2020 prediction thing. I saw it on Red Cannon earlier. I'm going to do my version of that later on this week as well. And we're going to bring in Brownie. Brownie, how you doing, mate?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy bien.
Oh dear, put me out my misery.
You okay? What? Right. What the hell? To be honest, right? I had a notification, and I've got a few issues I need to sort out. So I do apologize. What the hell is this show about? I love you lots. I love everyone in the chat or whatever.
No, so, literally, it's just me basically saying I told you so to the audiences that will see this, that fucking believed in Stan Kroenke that things would change. That'd be a big summer ahead. That things were going to change with the ownership. They're going to actually act like a big club. I didn't buy the bullshit.
Are you on about the Buendia thing? Yeah.
Buendia thing, and that obviously, right. It's not the fact that it's not the fact that we've lost out to a player of Buendia's whatever you think of it, whatever you think of Buendia, or have you pronounced his fucking name? It's not about losing him. It's about who we've lost out to. In the sense of Aston Villa, we've been linked to the guy for 12 months.
The live chat on.
Oh yeah, I've turned it off yesterday because we're doing the quiz. One sec, bear with me.
Oh, lucky you, bloody yeah. Right. Okay. What's your opinion? Before I give my opinion, right? What's your opinion and the kind of overall opinion in the chat?
I think pretty much going from the chat. I've never got carried away the rumours of Buendia and gone, oh, it's done. Where fucking he's going to massively take us to the next level. And it's pretty much the same mindset here. Even Russ was in here earlier saying, in the sense of never really wanted him anyway. It was just a rumour. What's the big deal apart from losing that to Aston Villa, or for the same offer. What's the big deal and all that? Because if you go on Twitter, they're going ballistic. I'm just saying, but go on Twitter, it's an absolute fucking meltdown.
That's the difference.
I think what was it? Our offer was like 30 million plus add-ons or something. I don't know, and there was like 35 or I don't know what it was in the end.
Right, but let me come at you. I've had a couple of beers, but let me come at you. Right?
Oh God,
I love you to bits, right? But let me come at you, right? And people in the chat who may have agreed with Ryan. The thing with the English media at times is that they kind of like prefer to report stories within their own bubble.
Right? No, that's what I'm.
Hang on.
This is what I was just saying. This is why I'm not having This is why I'm not having a meltdown. I'm just going, ha, I told you so.
No. I'm just telling you. Right. Right. Now, there's two things regarding this Buendia deal, and you know what? I, as an outsider looking in, I absolutely support Arsenal pulling back from it. Okay, and I tell you why. There's two reasons. I tell you why.
Did they pull back? Though? That's the thing.
No. At the end of the day, that is our fucking offer. Take or leave it. In fact, it's three reasons. I'll tell you why. First of all, I watch the Championship week in, week out. Unfortunately, because I'm a Cardiff fan. Right?
You're used to it.
Right? No. Right? The pre-season, the last pre-season, this time last summer, right? They had the smallest pre-season ever, right?
Yeah.
And as a result, it didn't give enough time for Norwich to get rid of their players. So what Norwich done, they made a collective decision and said, right, okay, we will not sell the players, we'll gamble, get back up there. And that is why Buendia could not be sold in January, right? Norwich took a choice, said, no, he is not for sale. Arsenal went in 30 million or whatever. Because in Norwich, think of it, if you're in charge of Norwich, and you think, right, do we sell him, make a profit, 30 million? Or do we hold on to him for another 6 months, get to the Premier League, make 140 million? That's the bottom line, right? So we got that aspect. The other aspect, Norwich have always stated 40 million, not 30 plus add-ons or whatever. And the reason is because Getafe have sold Norwich for a 20% add-on, right? Now, while all of this is going on, I don't know if you know about the French TV deal that's been going on.
Oh, it's all going to pot in France, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all going to pot. Ever since like January, basically. If I try to, I'm rubbish at describing things, especially after I've had a couple of years, right? But the French version of Sky, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? They put their offer on the table for last season. Before last season, offer on the table, right? We'll give this all these clubs all these millions, right?
Yeah.
Then COVID kicked in. And if you remember, at first, the French Football Association cancelled their league.
Yeah,
they cancelled their league, yeah. And by them cancelling the league, it fucked up the projective income of that TV company. That TV company went bust. Many of the French teams, and I will include Lyon on this, right? Done their future projections with that TV money coming down. That TV money is non-existent anymore. This is why I think OR is going to end up at Arsenal again, right? And it's not because they missed out. Not because they missed out the Champions League. It's because
they have to, yeah.
It's because the French TV money have fucked all the French clubs up. I am not one you know me. I think the French league is a farmers' league. You take PSG out of it.
Yeah.
You take Lille.
I was like, I was
take them out of it. But
yeah, I was saying.
At the moment in time, right, the French league, because of a TV deal of fucking fallen through, it's an ideal opportunity to pick and choose what fucking players out of the French league. And that is why I think Arsenal pulled away, because I think you're going to get UR on the cheap.
Well, I think, what was it, 25 mil this year, apparently, that's been touted out there.
I know.
But as you said, it's in the Farmers League. I've been, and again, since last summer, when the window closed last summer after we got Partey, I've kept an eye on the league in general. And I've not been enamoured by Alwa as a whole. Like something I said in the chat, it's pretty much like Ozil. I know, but I'm just saying, literally, I'm just saying that there'll be a name in the sense of everyone was clamoring for it back in this time last year. It's like get over the line. But they've had a year to have seen the guy in action. Is it really an improvement in what we've got? That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. All right. Listen, you got 40 million max, right? You need an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
So, having watched the championship, Buendia, okay, he's ripped the championship apart. But I know, and I hold my hand up, the difference between a championship and a Premier League is far bigger than fucking League. And at times the Champions League, when Lyon was in the Champions League, than the Premier League. If I had 40 million to spend and couldn't spend any more, I would never. I think Buendia is way overpriced. I really.
Well, he will be. Yeah.
And if I had 40 million,
I'd
fuck Buendia off, and I'd get UR, and I'll have 10 million left to buy Kiefer Moore from Cardiff as a backup striker.
And this is the thing. The worst thing that could have happened. If Arsenal really interested in Buendia, was that Norwich came up, because if Norwich hadn't come up this season the way they have, and they stayed in the championship, they may have been, the price may have come down a bit in that sense. But the fact is they've come up, they don't have to sell in one sense. They can demand the price that they want, which is what they've done.
Yeah,
but like Steve,
the demanded price is only because they got the 20% sell on clause with Getafe.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, I think Aston Villa have had a fucking pants down, and I think Buendia could well be another bloody what's that one? A West Ham from Brentford.
Oh, Benrahma, he has done much.
I think he could be another Benrahma.
Yeah, because Benrahma was absolutely rated in Championship, and as you said, comes from Championship to West Ham.
The gap is too big. I'm telling you, if I had only 40 million to spend, I'd get UR far. I get UR in a fucking flight already.
He's in the. He's not. Oh, he's in the 21s, isn't he? Awar as well.
You what?
Awar, he's at the French under 21s, isn't he? The championships and 21s, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, when
that's he's left Dunlin.
When the transfer last year didn't go through, throughout the season he'd been probably playing fuck, personal strike. I've
heard about it. I've heard about that as well.
He is like an Aubameyang. I'll be honest with you, younger version of Aubameyang, but far better quality than Buendia would ever be.
I hope so. Yeah,
but now I've explained it, Ryan. Would you more support the club now than go against it?
Well, I'm not. This is the thing. I've not had a rant or anything like that. I've had a rant.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. If they get their head out their ass and stop sitting on their hands this summer and actually do something, be proactive instead of reactive, like last summer with Thomas Partey, they dragged that to the last second, Brownie.
Yeah, but Partey.
But I'm saying, as long as they don't do things like that, and they get it done before the season starts, and we're ready to go. Then you know what? I go. You know what? You proved me wrong. We're ready. I'm happy with the signs that you've made. Let's go, and I'll get behind not just the manager, not just the players. I'll get behind the entire club then. But it's when they're sitting on their hands for the 12th year in a row now, just going, well, we're a big club, so we'll get it done some way or another.
can I come back now?
Yeah.
Regarding Partey, and it's not just Partey, it's just many
I was just using it as an example.
No, because Spain, as we all know, every player in Spain, because of employment kind of laws, they have to have a buyout clause.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
but we knew that buyout clause.
Right? Now, put yourself in a position of an agent. Right? Try, I know agents are fucking stupid people, but put yourself in the position of an agent. The better players, what you do notice is that the better players never sign at the beginning of a transfer window or halfway through a transfer window. The reason is because they are constantly advised, hold fire, right to the final minute. Because some clubs, as you know, with football directors and so on, or directors of football, some clubs will then come in because you could well be the second, third, or fourth choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the last minute. And with that comes a better all-round package for your player.
Well, especially with Euros, the Euros literally not even 7 days away, haven't we? Kick off on Friday. So any players that are potentially going to leave this summer for their respective clubs or anywhere, as you said, their agents are going to play hold fire, don't go anywhere. It's not like what was it in Arsenal? When Arsenal signed Thomas Rosicky, we got down in and out of there before the tournament got underway back in 2006. And thank fuck we did, because he had a tournament and a half. He scored a couple of worldies as well. But yeah, nowadays it's all sort of the agent controls everything, and it's like down to the nitty gritty of things. It is frustrating, but
what's also frustrating? What's also frustrating for me looking in, right? Is many people, especially because maybe because I'm a supporter of a lower league club, right? But when supporters blame the club for not signing free agents at the beginning of a transfer window rather than the end, it is nothing about the club. It's all about what deal is on the fucking table at the very last minute, and that fucking player and his agent will then decide. They'll see exactly what fucking deal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that side of it. Yeah. Hence why Barcelona could are sort of still waiting on was it Gini Wijnaldum, because apparently PSG are coming in for an offer now. So he's like, well, hang on, this sort of coming now, so I'm going to hold fire a bit.
I heard that last night on El Chicharito, and I know Stan is in the chat. Stan may remember El Chicharito TV, but PSG had basically blasted Barcelona's offer to Wijnaldum out of the league. That really had,
That looked good stuff.
Barcelona basically fucked. But around about 3 times as much Barcelona have offered apparently.
I will say though, you did last week. We had you on here for the both watch-alongs last week, and then the Brentford one. You actually said about Messi, and everything you said down to a T has now getting leaked out into the media. You got something right, Brownie.
Yeah, they call me fucking Fabrizio Brownie. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tap him. I can't. That's pissed me off today.
They call me Fabrizio Brownie.
Yeah.
But more details have come out of it. Basically, he's going to be employed by a company of Barcelona, or one of the Barcelona companies. Yeah. For 2 years, he's going to be playing for Barcelona. And then after 2 years, he's going to go to America, more likely into Miami.
Yeah,
and stay in America for 8 years, being an ambassador for Barcelona, and then creating an income. They're trying to back the American market, really.
Yeah. Basically,
I told you that, didn't I?
Yeah, it's literally 7 days ago.
On Twitter trolls, you've gone Man City. Fuck off, you fucking.
Oh, it was never going to go Man City. If he'd gone Man City, he would have been last. He would have gone last. He would have forced it through last if he really wanted to go Man City. And even then, he would have. The thing is, with Messi, no disrespect, he's got to an age now where if he comes to the Premier League now, he'll get torn to pieces, because the Premier League is nothing like La Liga. Yeah. Again, he gets all the time. Even now, he gets all the time in the world on the ball. Premier League, he'll be kicked up in the air from day one. in the air constantly. So he'd be in the air more times than
bloody... And as I've always mentioned, right? As I've always mentioned, and many people think that it's very much like fucking FIFA. Buy, sell, fucking or whatever. As Messi's got older, he's got children. He's got a wife. You know, and the children are in school. Do you really want to interrupt their bloody schooling and shit like that? You know.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to take all that over things that go on behind a family's closed doors into account, really.
Yeah. The assembled in the chat says, "Evening, don't worry. Arteta will convince Xhaka to resign." Fucking
well, I hope Xhaka has a shit game against Wales. That's the only thing.
Oh, as you said last week, he'll score an absolute scream against you.
I bet he fucking will.
That's the thing. Every international tournament Switzerland have been involved in since we signed him, he has an absolute storm of them, and then comes back and plays shit for us.
Yeah, but I'm thinking,
when do you play Switzerland?
It ain't like bloody Roy Hodgson's Switzerland team, eh?
No. But when do you play Switzerland? Is it the first game of the group for you, or something like that down the line? When do you play Switzerland? Is it the first game of your group?
You know what? I haven't got a fucking clue, if I'm honest with you.
That's gonna be
I really haven't got a clue. That's all I know. 2 games in Azerbaijan and 1 game's in fucking Rome. You know, you're talking
Baku again.
Who waited 38 years to watch his own country go to a major finals, went to the Euros, and was happy to start my divorce proceedings to ensure that I watched Wales in the bloody Euros. You know what I mean?
Fast forward five years, basically, because of COVID. Fast forward 5 years, and you're getting sent to Azerbaijan.
5 years, I'm fucking 3 houses down. My fucking income level is fucking shot to bits. And nothing.
Oh dear, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna stop that.
Have you heard Unai Emery?
Oh, go on. What's happened there? I've heard nothing about that.
Bought a club over here.
Club in what sense?
Bought a club, 20%. Major shareholding on the club.
What, Villarreal or other club?
No, Real Union, which is third tier. But
so you'd have to do that.
I'll tell you a little bit of interesting information, the reason why this club, right? Both his father and grandfather played for this club.
Oh, okay, emotional connections.
His grandfather was a goalkeeper for this club and conceded the first ever goal in the Spanish top tier.
Oops.
So Unai Emery have bought the club, and his brother Igor is going to basically be the CEO or whatever, you know.
Okay. What happens though? The other thing is, if he's a manager still, by the time that team comes up to La Liga, for example, then what? Because it's a conflict of interest.
They've been in Segunda Liga quite recently. So they've been to the second tier. I can't remember in my lifetime them being in the top tier, but no, good luck to them. You know, they are links, really.
Yeah, no problem with that. That's a bit out of the blue itself. But yeah, another day.
But that's interesting, isn't it? His grandfather conceded the first goal.
Family connections.
So realistically, it must have been like a Friday night game and all the other games on a Saturday, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it's saying like the first game of that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. A bit of fucking non-interesting fucking information for your channel. The things I do for you, Ryan.
A good quiz question for the future.
There you go.
But yeah.
Yesterday, Spain, Portugal.
Spain, Portugal. What about that?
Yeah, fucking.
They're 21s.
Striker, man. They've not got a striker. Why didn't they take Aspas in the Euro squad? And I don't know.
What, the 21s got knocked out, did they?
Huh?
What was it? You on about the under 21s?
No, I'm on about it was a full game yesterday, friendly. Spain, Portugal, 0-0.
Oh, senior team. Oh, okay. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? They're all trying to do the Pep thing of going for false 9, aren't they?
I know. Wales done that today.
How did that turn up at the end?
But 15,000 were allowed into one of Metropolitano yesterday.
That's cool.
So
step in the right direction.
Hope, fingers crossed, we're all getting there. But I know you're on about the COVID early on.
Yeah, someone mentioned it.
Basically, over here, everything is allowed to be open until 1:30, right?
Okay.
But because of the weather being so hot, we've opened everything, but the cases or number of cases is still going down.
Okay. Are you wearing masks over there still? Or you take them off now?
Yeah, you got to wear masks, but if you didn't know.
Yeah, obviously, if you're eating, you have to take it off. And, yeah.
If you're licking, no. If you're kissing, no.
Oh, dear. We'll save that sort of stuff for the late show.
Yeah, I got a late show tonight. Listen, I'm going to have to go, my friend.
Anyway, yeah, no worries. Yeah. Where can people find you, mate?
Yeah,
where can people find you?
Yeah, Football Brownie on YouTube and on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Brownie and Dale show later on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the hell. But yeah, controversial. Also on Monday, I got a La Liga TV presenter coming on.
Oh, okay. Keep an eye out for that. What is it? Will it be an upload or it'll be a live one?
I can't remember a fucking name. No, no, it'll be an upload. I'm done with doing live shows with guests
because of the situation with other people.
Issue.
Yeah,
you know, these people give me time and energy to come on my show and support the channel. I'm you know, the only bloody live shows I'm doing are most unprofessional shows on YouTube where I drink, swear, everything else. Or Salima Walker, that's it. Salima Walker, I think.
Oh, okay. I think you might get numbers in for that. I think you might get a few extra views, a few extra subs there.
I hope so. Funny. She is fun. Developer. I had Developer on the channel. Do you know him? Developer, the Arsenal fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I brought him on at the moment he bloody split up with his missus. I had him crying on the bloody stream and everything. It was a nightmare.
Talk about timing.
God's sake. I catch you later, right? Yeah?
Yeah, no worries, mate. Cheers, mate.
Good on, mate.
Oh, dear. With that, we're going to wrap things up finally, half hour later. But, yeah. Oh, dear. As I said, we're back to my for the England watch along against whoever we're fucking playing. Well, what's paint dry, but hey, try and get some excitement for the Euros in terms of supporting my national team and all that. Or one of. And then, as I said, got to do a live stream Euro prediction, either live stream or upload of the Euro 2021 prediction show, upload, whatever it is. That'll be either Monday, that'll be up or out on Monday. Tuesday, I've got nothing planned as it stands. Wednesday, I've got something planned Euro-based. Obviously got to reach out to Sam and all that, try and get him on board for that. Thursday, we're doing the quiz. And then from the weekend onwards, the Euros. Yeah. And May, if you guys want me to, because it'll be the opening game of the Euros. If you want, you need to tell. But it's the thing, you need to let me know if you want me to do this watch along. Italy versus Turkey. Yeah, that is the opening game of the Euros Championship. So if you want me to cover that game for a watch along, try and get some people on. You need to let me know in the next few days, so then I can organise that and start asking people, reaching out to people for that. Hoping to get some people on for the England games, of the England watch-alongs themselves. I've already got Colin on board for England versus Scotland, the second game. And try and get some neutral guests on for the neutral games at England aside, basically. But and then again, Arsenal wise, if anything, Pete's disappeared off the face of the earth. He'll come back on first day of pre-season. No, everything Arsenal related happens in amongst all the Euros as well. That's actually confirmed, right? It's done and dusted. Like, in terms of transfer, if it's a done and dusted deal for a transfer or Louis Campos, I would then do a live up. I'll either do an upload or a live stream there, reaction, get a bit of a buzz, bit more in depth about the person, either player or person or whatever. But as it comes along, we'll go with the flow, basically. Of words out today. Yeah. But until then, guys, Brownie's saying as well, it's his birthday when England play Scotland. But there you go. As a neutral, you can come along and try and play the peacekeeper between me and Colin then. The drunk Welshman trying to keep the Scotsman and an Englishman off each other's throats. Oh dear, but is it what it is? Until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. What's left of it, the rest of your week, and I'll see you tomorrow for the England game. I'll be literally doing a thumbnail now. So the stream itself will be up and running for you to go and like and turn a reminder on for you so you don't miss it in the next hour. And I'll see you tomorrow for that. And as always, until then, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.